Hello student, in this video we will start the unit 2 dimensions of curriculum, meaning, concept and types of curriculum. The term curriculum has been derived from a Latin word curricula, which means a race course or a runway on which one runs to reach a goal. Curriculum is a tool in the hands of artist, teacher to mold his material, his peoples, according to his ideas, aims and objectives in this studio, that is school. This is the definitions according to the Cummins. Curriculum includes all those activities which are utilized by the school to attain the aim of education. The curriculum includes all the learners experience in or outside the school that are included in a program which has been devised to help him developmentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually and morally. Again, we see the definition. The curriculum does not mean the academic subject taught in the school, but it includes total experiences that a child receives at a school. Caterers gives the definitions of curriculum. Curriculum means a general overall plan of the content of a specific material of instruction that the school should offer the students by way of qualifying him for graduation or certification for the entrance into professional or vocational field. Aspects of curriculum. Curriculum influenced by 4 factors: objectives, content, method and evaluation. Types of curriculum. There are 10 types of curriculum: child-centered curriculum, task-centered curriculum, experience-centered curriculum, core curriculum, differentiated curriculum, integrated curriculum, competency-based curriculum, value-based curriculum, hidden or covered curriculum, subject-centered curriculum. Now we see one by one. Subject center or learner center curriculum. It is a most widely used type in the school. The focus is on cognitive development and acquisition of information and knowledge by the learner. Hence, there are different subjects to be taught at different level of education, like mathematics, literature, history, geography, but they are taught in isolation and rarely an attempt is made at integrating them. The teacher is a planner and in charge of imparting it. It hence make use mainly of teacher-centered approaches to teaching. There is a very little choice given to the students to choose from a variety of subjects. The focus is on imparting a general education. Child-centered curriculum. This curriculum is designed on the principle that the satisfaction of the individual needs and requirement is of utmost importance. The focus of this curriculum is on the all-round development of the learner. The emphasis is on understanding the meaning and the development of the habits and skills as an integral part of the learning process. Task or activity-centered curriculum. This type of curriculum is very flexible. Emphasis is placed on observation, play, story and hand work or craft. It has been very successful at elementary level. Learning is enhanced if the child learns through activity as it is related with his interest and emotions. Everything that the child has to learn is presented in the form of task that is to be completed. This curriculum also keeps the child as its main focus. This curriculum is not necessarily planned in advance, but it is developed on the basis of developed guidelines. Experience Center Curriculum. There was a time when there was no formal system of education. Yet people learn on their own by working in a natural setting. Thus, education was informal and incidental. There was no difference between the life and the work. Later on, the formal system of education developed, and with it came an organized, specially designed curriculum. Education became more theoretical, bookish, and subject specific. The focus was given only on training the mental faculties. Thus, we slowly started to digress from the real world. Work, utility, and productivity are very important today, and hence the focus has shifted to the curriculum which is based on the real life experiences. This curriculum focuses on preparing the learners for life and developing in them the knowledge and skill essential to earn their living. Experiences can be verbal experiences, direct experiences, indirect experiences, curricular or non-curricular experiences. Integrated curriculum. Instead of teaching a separate subject, they are combined together and taught in an integrated curriculum. This approach is entirely opposed to the subject-centered curriculum approach. This approach has been successful at the elementary level. This approach establishes a logical and useful organization for presenting a knowledge. Learners are able to develop a holistic approach towards a concept. They are able to learn, appreciate, think critically, analyze, and also formulate the generalization, since they get a holistic perspective rather than the isolated facts. Competency-based curriculum. This curriculum lays down certain competencies and sub-competencies to be achieved by the student after each year through various subjects. Also, it states the competencies to be achieved at every level of education. For example, in case of the language, the curriculum is written in terms of competencies: listening, speaking, reading, writing, functional grammar, languages. And the sub-competencies are enlisted under each. It is also expected that all the students in the class are able to achieve these competencies at a minimum specified level. Value-based curriculum. As mentioned earlier, the curriculum is a frame on the basic philosophy and that has been adopted by the country. This is in turn determines the objective to be achieved through the education. Hence, the national values, social values, moral values, cultural values, as well as the personal value as adapted in the philosophy are reflected through the curriculum. The main reason behind this is to attain the national and individual development through education. Differentiated curriculum. This curriculum specializes on a specialization in a specific area. Unlike the general curriculum, the learner learns a little about every subject. Here, the learner is focused on a particular subject of his choice, interest, and aptitude. Usually, this type of curriculum is offered after a basic level of education has completed and the learner has taken education based on the general curriculum and is mentally prepared to take on a specific specialization course. Core curriculum. As the name suggests, this curriculum includes all that is basic or essential for the learner. A core curriculum is a curriculum which is deemed, centered and made mandatory for every student. It refers to the area of study, courses or the subjects which student must learn to be recognized as educated in that area. Hidden or covert curriculum. Hidden curriculum is a side effect of an education which are learned but not openly intended, such as the transmission of norms, values and beliefs conveyed in the classroom and the social environment. The hidden curriculum consists of the indirect, unspoken or implicit academic, social and cultural message that they communicated to students while they are in school. These all are the types of curriculum.